People are talking about Logan Paul again. People just finally tired of him? Or did he actually do something? Or was it something that he still hasn't done? Like that whole crypto zoo thing, zoo token, whatever it's called. That NFT game that he ripped a bunch of people off for millions of dollars. I don't know. Let's get into it.
Everyone knows that Logan Paul is probably
That's not Logan Paul. That's hilarious though.
top 10 worst things to ever happen to America. And I do think the birth of Logan Paul is much, and I mean much worse than 9/11. Logan Paul needs no introduction. He's been a douchebag since 2015. I've said this multiple times. I don't like Logan Paul. As a matter of fact, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but I posted this on my Instagram, which that's where you gotta follow. You know, that's where the breaking news goes down. I actually got to see Logan Paul in person. It was because I went to WrestleMania 41, and a lot of people didn't like him. People behind me were chanting.
I actually still cannot believe that he's in the WWE. I used to be a huge wrestling fan, mostly when I was a kid. But I actually we're in clown world. How did we get on this timeline? What happened? Did everything end in 2012? I think so.
Fuck this guy and he sucks. And no, it wasn't just because it's WWE and it's scripted and all of this. There was people out there behind me, in front of me, and to my right who were legitimately hating this man, and not the character, but Logan Paul as a person. I can't blame them, especially after these text messages came out regarding Logan Paul and Coffeezilla. And in case you guys don't know, Coffeezilla is currently being sued by Logan Paul. Long story short, Coffeezilla, which is a go-to YouTuber, called out Logan Paul for being a fraud.
I covered this. I reacted to this whole arc. I almost choked. I was vaping. Yeah, I reacted to this whole arc. It was crazy. Logan Paul is actually a garbage human. And everybody likes Coffeezilla. It only makes sense, though, that he would sue our favorite YouTuber, being our least favorite YouTuber,
for being a scammer. Logan Paul didn't like it. He threatened to sue him, and then he ended up suing him. It's not like he defamed himself almost 10 years ago by recording a dead body in Japan. But, you know, Logan Paul and taking accountability are two things that really don't go together.
Came back from Japan last week.
Great place.
Like,
Really nice.
it was really nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys had fun.
We had a blast.
Yeah.
We've been hoping to go there. For some
You guys
reason
haven't
we
been to
have.
Japan?
Well,
You've never been? There's a great.
I have prior obligations.
No, you gotta go, dude.
This last time I had prior
No,
obligations.
dude,
he's been really busy. He has been busy. He just hasn't had time to go there.
Can you go?
Bro, Dom, what do you think this? Yes, I can go to Japan.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No, I can go to Japan.
No, he can't. He can't go to Japan because if he does, he's going to get himself into hot water with the internet again. It's just going to bring up that drama all over again. Going to re-enter the algorithms, and everybody's going to know. I think people mostly have forgotten about it.
I didn't know if you were like, you know, shadow banned or something.
Bro,
Yeah,
come on,
excommunicado.
excommunicado. Oh, no, I'm not excommunicated.
And these messages came out literally yesterday. I want people who wrong me to suffer. Logan Paul's alleged text messages about Coffeezilla surfaced amid their legal battle.
Wow, what an actual awful person. People who wronged him to suffer. What about all the people that he wronged? I guess he wants them to suffer too.
Logan Paul is just a bully. He does dumb shit, then gets called out, and then cries about it and sues you because he has the money like that. And I actually found this video by this YouTuber who I just discovered called Legal Bites, who made a whole video talking about the situation. The text messages between Logan Paul and a friend talking about ruining Coffeezilla, and it truly does show you how corrupt and disgusting Logan Paul is.
Logan Paul is essentially suing Coffeezilla for calling him a scammer over the whole CryptoZoo saga. And if you're familiar with defamation, you know that truth of a statement is an absolute defense to defamation. So if it turns out that Logan Paul, in fact, did defraud / scam all of these CryptoZoo investors, and a court
Which he 100% did. There's no doubt about it.
effectively concludes that, whether it's a judge or a jury, that conclusion effectively cuts Logan Paul's defamation claim at the knees. So Coffeezilla is saying, let's litigate these cases together.
Anything gonna happen about him scamming all these people, though? Is actually anything gonna happen? Or is he just gonna lose a defamation case? When is something actually going to happen to this guy? Because he 100% did scam people. Does the investigation just take years and years and years?
At the very least, for efficiency's sake. Now, I will say that is a pretty good argument. Courts like to be efficient. They don't usually like to see the same case or issue get relitigated if it doesn't have to. So we'll see what the judge says on this whole issue.
I'm no lawyer, right? I've said this multiple times, but the only way I could see Logan Paul winning this is if he's like, well, I was brainwashed and someone took over my body and decided to launch Doink Coin and then record a video and send it via
I forgot about Dink Doink. That was totally a thing too. So he's done this more than once.
Telegram. And then someone else possessed me and decided to scam a whole bunch of people with CryptoSue. And a lot of those people have yet to be paid and they trusted me with their money. I scammed my fans multiple times. And on top of that, I made millions along the way. But I promise you, I will not do this again. Everyone that has ever launched a crypto scam should be in jail for 6 months bare minimum.
How is Ice Poseidon not seen repercussions from that whole I'm gonna look out for myself and just rug pull you for I don't know how much. I'm just gonna say $1 million. Big amount. What happened to that guy? Nothing. He's just a nuisance streamer now. He's probably the least nuisance out of all of the nuisance streamers. But he's still a nuisance streamer.
I would understand if you had $1 to your name and you could somehow pull this off. You know what I mean? Like, I'll turn the blind eye. I don't know if I should say that. But when you're already a multimillionaire, you still want to scam your fans, the people that made you who you are, the people that gave you that money. I don't get it. Well, like, I do get it. Of course, I love money as much as the next guy. $1 million, $2 million. I will never turn that down. But to steal money from the people that made you is disgusting. And the fact that Logan Paul is out here playing the victim, like, oh, this guy is slandering me. This guy is running my name through the mud. I'm innocent. Bruh, come on. Come on. We all know what you did. We all know what your plan was until Coffeezilla and others caught you in 4K trying to get away with this and scam innocent people who, truth be told, should have known better.
Courts don't like to see inefficiencies in litigation in general, but they also don't like seeing that when one side has significant resources that the other side doesn't, the wealthy side is unfairly using those resources to weaponize the litigation process without a legitimate reason. And so that's where all of these new texts come in. Coffeezilla says that in addition to scheming this backdoor into the class action case, Logan Paul filed this case to use his billions of dollars to destroy Coffeezilla in retaliation for making him look bad.
I don't think Logan Paul is gonna win this one. Coffeezilla is like 1,000,000 times smarter than Logan Paul and his entire team combined. I don't see him winning this one. Definitely not gonna win it in the eyes of the internet, the court of public opinion.
And to serve a message to anyone who might criticize him.
But the only person that has ever made Logan Paul look bad is Logan Paul himself.
And to serve a message to anyone who might criticize him. Specifically, he says, Paul is also using this lawsuit to punish Coffeezilla, whom Paul perceives as his online nemesis, and make him a cautionary tale to other critics.
Yeah, I don't think that you can directly use lawsuits to punish your critics. That sets insane precedent for the online world if Logan Paul actually wins this and is able to do this. Especially for like the video games community and like the anime community. Because there's a lot of crazy people out here trying to sue each other, like Alyssa Mercante trying to sue Smash JT, which I'm pretty sure completely fell apart. But stuff like that will end up happening all the time. YouTubers being sued by crazy people online.
He's a little gnat. He's like a little fucking annoying gnat, and it bothers me. He won. He got to me, bro. He's the most formidable opponent I've had. I'm not kidding.
Paul's own messages with friends and associates explicitly confirm his motive. And then Coffeezilla attaches a bunch of text messages that they got from Paul's phone. First, there's this. Logan Paul says, lawyering up, suing this MFer into the ground. Then his friend says, then everything will come out, court docs public. Then Logan says, so everyone will see what happened for better or for worse. And
Definitely gonna be for worse. And I definitely don't see Logan Paul winning this. He's gonna lose and all these documents are gonna be public. Oh boy, I can't wait to react to that.
I'm just pausing for a moment to note the irony in that they are talking about everything coming public. Maybe they didn't realize that that included these text messages. Anyway, then the texts go on where the friend says to let others know it's not worth coming at you and there's a price to pay.
Just know that Logan Paul is going to keep doing everything wrong. He's going to keep being evil, and you can't do anything about it because he's just going to sue you if you talk about it. Go ahead, Logan Paul, sue me. Sue me, sue me.
To which Logan responds, that's the idea, need to shut it down. Then the friend continues, public humiliation is always more effective, and Logan responds, totally agree.
Totally agree. I also totally agree. And Logan Paul is being humiliated publicly. And we're all laughing at him, and it's great. And you know what? It's just going to be more content for Coffeezilla, and that means more content for me. It's good all around.
And then Coffeezilla says Paul also admitted that he's suing him just to make his life difficult. And he says Zilla will pay one way or another. I'll make sure of it. And even when Coffeezilla says one of Paul's friends tries to talk him out of the idea of spending time trying to punish Coffeezilla by stating, bro, you're a billionaire, Paul responds with, a petty billionaire. And finally, Coffeezilla says that Paul even admits that he just wants to make Coffeezilla suffer along with anyone else.
This dude is actually fucking evil. Like, there's a demon behind his eyes.
He feels has wronged him. And here he attaches text where Paul says, I want people who wronged me to suffer while I continue getting wins on their grave. So about this whole message that Paul says that he wants to send out to the public to make people think twice about criticizing him.
This is how I imagine Logan Paul to look like while sending those text messages. Now, I don't think this is going to go over too well when now we could see the real, true intent coming from Paul directly. He's just doing this to mess with Coffeezilla because Logan Paul has more money. So he thought, hey, I could get away with this. I'm here to teach people not to mess with me, all right? That is the Logan Paul way.
Bro actually thinks that he's a mafia boss. He thinks he's a mob boss. He thinks he's running this whole enterprise and he's untouchable and he can do all these evil things all he wants because he has money.
Truly do fail to see what the plan here is. If anything, this does not make him look any better. He just comes across as, once again, well, we all know all along, he's just a douchebag, a YouTuber with a massive ego, and there's nothing worse than that. And I do think these text messages are pretty damning, all right? They do make him look even worse somehow, if you could believe that. Truth be told, I don't know who's worse, between Logan Paul or Hitler. I saw this and I was like, anytime I get to talk shit about Logan Paul, I'll be there. But yeah, with that said, what are you gonna say about this situation? Of course, I hope Coffeezilla wins and I hope he gets some money. I hope Logan Paul loses this and gets embarrassed. But with that said, yeah, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, or Logan Paul will sue you if you've ever said anything mean to him.
Logan Paul is definitely gonna lose. Coffeezilla is definitely gonna get money from this. Man, I really hope this happens. Coffeezilla is gonna get money from the lawsuit. He's gonna make a video about it, he's gonna get the money from the video, and then everybody's gonna love him. That's the perfect outcome for this. Hopefully that's what happens. I'll be here to react to it either way. I'll either have good things or bad things to say. Either way, I'm gonna have bad things to say about Logan Paul. Because dude is actually fucking evil. That's all I have for you today. Buy a t-shirt or something down there in the description. I'm out.